What is going on, guys? Your boy Guns here, and I'm finally bringing you guys my Calvary guide, okay? And let me tell you, dudes, it's been a journey trying to figure out what we're gonna do with the new heroes, how we're gonna do the speed synchronization. And today I'm here to guide you guys in, like, ultimately what I recommend most of you guys to run based off the kind of cav player you are. Okay, and as I'm sure that you guys saw on the title or the thumbnail, this specifically more for my damage build. So here is my reasoning on my build. So let me start off by showing you guys my build. This is my build here, and I will go into everything, guys. Talents, the pets and what I have on them and all that. So starting off with the first one, so this is all focused on damage, okay? And let me explain. So you're either 1, 2, or 3 type of Calvary player, okay? Either one, you're a hunter, okay? When you're a hunter, you're gonna need a lot of speed. You're gonna need a lot of speed. I would say at least, like, at the minimum 51% at the minimum, but I think as a hunter you don't have like 59, 60 plus percent march speed to be able to get it in and out. Okay, so if that's you, then this damage build is definitely not gonna match what you want with it. Okay, now if you're the kind of player that primarily uses Calvary to push with your teammates, so let's just say, like, the war lead calls, like, all right, cav play, boom, right? They call for a cav play. Or you're the kind of person that is playing more defense for your lines, like, oh, here they got a bunch of cavs coming, where's our cav players at to counter, right? If that's primarily you, which that's kind of where I am at right now, especially if you're in KVK 1, it's a lot more difficult to go out and do hunting stuff. And I'll get into, like, how I do hunting in KVK 1, okay, and the way it's been the most efficient, but we'll get to that. I'm also going to update you guys on just how the new G5 Cavalry are doing, and let me tell you, they seem like they're looking pretty OP already. So this is why, for now, this is kind of the build that I'm going with. This is the build that I'm going with because I'm more of a defensive Cavalry player. And offensive, more of a team cav player more than a solo. Okay, so that's why I recommend this build right here, because it does each primary hero in this lineup focuses on the skills tree, and we did some new testing with the skills tree. Shout out to Fluffy, because we've all been running like the crit focus and crit damage, and for some reason the one that we tested ended up doing better. You guys could even test it yourselves if you want, but trust, we definitely tested. Now let's get to it. Now that I kind of gave you guys a disclaimer of the speed one, we will have a speed one as well, and I'll show you guys at towards the end of this video kind of what I'm thinking. And then we'll kind of go from there. So anyways, the good old damage build. We're going to start off here, and then we'll go into the talent trees, okay? So first but not least, we got good old LSY and Naya. I don't think they need any introduction, man. LSY and Naya have been absolutely amazing for me ever since they came into the lineup. Sometimes even rivaling the merits that Urag Tobin gets me. On this specific lineup, I will be running the Kingslayer. Now, if you're playing defense, I'll switch this Kingslayer out and throw on the Greymar's Hammer. The Greymar's Hammer, when it comes to cav fighting, is absolutely amazing. So I'll kind of, depending on the situation, I'll kind of like switch on and off with this, okay? Sometimes I'll give that Greymar's Hammer over to Theodore and Ferrando, since they usually perform the least out of this entire lineup. But that's how we're kind of running it, okay? And then with that pairing, we got the Auric Warhound. This pet is absolutely amazing. I wish I had more strength in it, because it would do even more damage because of the fierce attack. But hey, I mean, I really didn't waste that many regen pots, okay? Next, we got Urag Tobin with the Wolfhound Horn. The Wolfhound Horn is I mean, without a doubt, the best cav artifact in the game. Now we have the Winter's Edge over here on the right, which is pretty good, but I think the Wolf Horn might still be better. We'll see. And then this one has the good old Blade Manticore. This is the build that I'm running on the Blade Manticore. Once again, didn't take me that many regen pots for this, as I'm building a bunch of different pets. Next up is good old Bakshi Amorous with the Spring Blades Exemplar. Man, the Exemplar Spring Blades on this March are so crazy, simply because of the additional effect of when your Legion gains passion, they also gain a keen attack for 30% for 5 seconds. That is absolutely broken, and they do an absurd amount of damage. Next up, we have Theodore and Ferrando. I did put the Lunaris on here, and I have my Moon Bear on that specific build. Now, if stamina is not an issue, then I would go with a Ferrando Moo on the damage setup. Yeah, the Ferrando Moo is very quick, but they also just do an absurd amount of damage. So sometimes I'll even like mess around and go like Theodore Moo, kind of move things around. But primarily due to stamina reasons, I just keep it like this. All right. And then next up, the brand new Agnar and Freya. I mean, look, listen. Agnar for me is only 5111, and Freya I maxed her. Since I'm gonna work on Agnar through the wheel and dailies, this March is already doing pretty good. It's not doing too bad. I've been trying out Nea Freya a lot, and I will show you guys those individual reports here soon. But anyways, we got Winter's Edge exemplared pretty quick, right? I got really lucky. It came down to a 50-50 between Winter's Edge and the Visage. So, yeah. And then I got the good old Bullion Beast. Now, I know that I told you guys before that I was going to be running the counter build. And I've been doing a lot of testing with that, guys. And let me tell you guys, if you're going to be mainly yeeting calves, I still recommend Venomous Lizards over like actual like Calvary pets. So I will be changing this up. This will be with the Fierce kits. Tooth and Claw will be a placeholder for the EOS skill. The EOS skill is going to have to wait because as of right now, I'm already saving 7 ambers for the new infantry pet that comes out. I think this pet would be, you know, decent for now. And as we progress, this will be the one I'm working on next to 3-star since I got my Mozrock. Believe it or not, if stamina is not an issue, sometimes I'll just throw my Mozrock on there and it's actually pretty OP. So just an idea for you guys. Or if my Mozrock's a little low, I'll throw my Venomous Lizard on there, just simply because my little cheese puff over here, the Bullion Beast, is not up to par yet or level. Like the roll that I got here, pretty decent roll that I got here. Can't complain. I think only like 1,500 pots. Okay, now let me show you guys the speed synchronization between them. So you can see here, so Agnar is my slowest one. He is at like 21%. Everyone else is at like 25%. But like I told you guys, with the damage build, you're mainly specifically focused on defense and also pushing as a team. So like at that point, like speed is not that big of an issue in a straight brawler build, because it's like, I mean, it's usually a one-way ticket, man. You know what I mean? So why not go in there being able to hit the hardest you can? And trust me, with this build, with the skills tree, all 5 heroes on the skills tree is absolutely insane. Okay, so now that I kind of explained to you guys why I chose what I chose, let's go ahead and get into the talent tree. Okay, first we got our guy Lee here. Boom. So you can see that we have him at 25% March speed since the 10% from the Nea. And then you got this one over here. Okay. So this is the new build that we're going with. Me and Fluffy were saying that we weren't going to share it with anyone, but I'm like, whatever. Whatever. So we decided to go for Thirst of Blood, because with caged animal, especially if you're eating your calves in, you're not even going to have enough time to generate all this damage, I think. Unless you're an elk rider. Okay, let me put that disclaimer. Unless you're an elk rider. Um Also, if you're going the elk rider route with this damage build, I would go with head held high instead of counter. I went counter since more than likely I'm gonna end up yeeting my calves in. So yeah, that's pretty much what I went with there. A lot of damage on this build, guys. A lot of damage on these builds. Pretty much they're almost all the same. Next we have our Urag. Okay, next we have our Urag here. Literally the same build. Where did I put the... Oh yeah, the extra point I'm putting in an HP bypass. Next we have our Bakshi. Okay. Next we have our Theodore. It's pretty much the same build, guys. To be honest, it's pretty much the same build. Whereas I think they're all the same except for like Agnar because he has speed in the beginning. Here we go. Good old Theodorsky. Good old Theodorsky. Oh yeah, this one I have to change. Yeah, this one I have to change to what you guys saw. Let me just go ahead and do that now. Yeah. Do that now with you guys. And trust me, we've tested these builds, guys. So I know for some of you guys are probably like a little skeptical, like I don't know if going down the bottom side of the skill tree and not going for the crit. Trust me, bro. Test it with your bro and then come talk to us. Okay. And then the last one is good old Agnar. And then the last one's good old Agnar. Last skill goes into Thirst for Blood. And then the 1 point goes into the HP bypass. Okay. And just to show you guys kind of like a disclaimer, at least for my account. I've been playing Cavs for a very long time at this point. Probably coming on to like 2 years now. Year and a half, probably 2 years that I like. At one point I was a Cav enthusiast. Now I'm like just a full-blown Cav player, as you can see from my artifacts, my pets. This season we still have what, like 20 something days in the season left, and I have 72 million merits. Going into the breakdown when it comes to Calvary. Infantry, I have 22 million. Cavalry, I have 13.5. Mages, I have 33.2. So you can see that I do like using my cavalry a lot. This is primarily just using it. Now, if you made it this far into the video, guys, let me give you guys some little report skis, okay? Now, we did some testing with the Freya Agnar. Look at this, guys. Already trading 1 for 2 versus Akuma Kwan. Both guys had max decorations. Okay. We ended up getting rid of the pets because Jason's pet was just so much better. We also got rid of artifacts because Easy doesn't have Exemplar Serpent's Edge. So we're just trying to keep it as raw as possible, just like hero versus hero. Here soon, we're going to get some more testing for you guys with the max artifacts. Since the artifact does add an additional 20%, I think it's a defense reduction for Freya Agnar. And more than likely, we're going to have it with the Auric Warhound for now. As far as rallies go, and then I'll show you guys again another result here. 1 for 2. Another result here. This one was a little bit closer just due to RNG from the skills tree. We also did a Freya Nea in the rally. Definitely didn't kill the target as fast, but not bad. Okay, versus Akuma Kwan, still won it. We also did a Freya Tobin. Didn't do as great, but still won. Okay, it just goes to show you guys how they're doing. We did a Nea Freya. Oh no, this is just a yeeting report. don't think I'm gonna be running Nea Freya on my speed build, but I mean, it still does. It's been doing really good, as you can see. I think I'll probably be running Nea Agnar, but we'll see once we get to that specific one. We did look at this testing. We did a Quan Kuma versus Agnar Nea, and you guys want to see something? Okay, let me show you guys something. Okay, this is the secret sauce right here. There is potential for Agnar Nea in Garrison, or even Agnar Freya, guys. Okay, I didn't send the other report, the Agnar Freya, to this one, but in this situation here, we got rid of all decorations, all cities, and we kept we kept the pets and the artifacts. Okay, you can see here in the data, like, yes, his arc went crazy, but look at his configuration of his Agnar. 5111, guys, and like, yeah. See, this is why some of you guys watch my videos all the way through. I like to put some juicy stuff at the end there. But anyways, guys, I hope that you guys found it useful, and kind of, I think, mainly like the ideology, because right now a lot of people are really wrapped around like, oh my god, the speed combination, like, who do we do with the speed and that? And like, don't get me wrong, I'll bring you guys that video, ultimately what I end up doing. But for now, I think this is a good way to like start setting up that damage build, because trust me, there's the whole hunting game of calves is kind of like, I'm not gonna say it's not there anymore, because it still is, right? If you really try. I mean, you can see here I got a 86.5k report on NXW. So I mean, you could still hunt, but you need to be a lot more sneaky, and that's why I've been doing mainly like single calf hunting as opposed to like full calves. So yeah, hope you guys found it useful, guys. If you guys enjoyed my Calvary guide on the damage setup, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that sub button, turn on the bell notification, lets you guys know when I go live or drop a new video, guys. Remember, you gotta ask yourself, what kind of calf player are you? What do you like? What are the things that you're doing with your calves? Based off that information, you could then decide whether you want to stick with the damage build that I'm showing you guys. That, I mean, it's raw, dude. I'm telling you, I'm going up against like Scamron and other players that have like crazy decorations, and I'm doing decent against them. Definitely defending well and saving my teammates from a lot of damage. So with that being said, guys, it's your boy Guns, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.